Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. No sound. Okay, right away. Thank you. Somebody else says no sound. If one more person says no sound, then I know exactly what to do. Are you hearing me or no? Not hearing me? Hearing me? Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Sasha. No sound? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Are you hearing me loud and clear? Loud and clear? Loud and clear? I'm trying out this new mic system. My mic came in. As you can see, we have the loud and clearly. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The first person came on and said no sound. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up and shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Manners and respect to each and every person tuning in. Shout out to the entrepreneurs, the stay-at-home moms and pops, the retirees. Shout out to my Uber drivers, my Lyft driver, truck driver, long distance truck driver, the garbage man. If you're sweeping the streets or if you're in a corporate office, I don't care. If you're up and you're at it this morning, out to get your honest daily bread, by the sweat of a man's brow, so shall he eat bread, right? All right. If that's what you're on, that's what I'm on. Manners and respect to you. Michelle Williams, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. This morning is Wednesday morning. It's Hump Day, so let's just say happy Hump Day to everybody. I don't know what's going on with my lighting. I was trying to fix it, and it's just not working out. However, we're going to roll along until we get things right? Fine tune as we go. Big up to everybody tuning in this morning. Listen, it's a free-for-all morning, so I will be paying close attention to the comment section. Anything you want me to talk about this morning, just put it on the screen. I will lead off, though, by talking about a video I put up yesterday because I'm getting a lot of backlash on the video. I think it's because people are not, I think people are more emotional than anything else. So they're not listening. Laurel Newman, good morning. Thank you for being here. Virtuous Woman, good morning. Thank you for being here. Cynthia Gooding, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. So people are a bit, how should I say it, too overly emotional right now, and it's understandable. All right, so I put up a video yesterday when the news broke that the person who was responsible in the Candice Jackson case in Jamaica, which has become so popular, was being charged because now they have all the proof they need. They took his car. Thank you, Kenny G. They took his car. They found her. They not her blood, but they found blood in it. So now the car is the blood work and everything is gone for forensics and all these other things. They found some of her belongings at his home. They found her pocketbook and stuff in his car. All right, all that. I did an update, brought that news, but then segue into something else, and I started to talk about don't take a man things if you don't intend to give up anything to this man. All right. I think a lot of people, because somebody even sent me an email and said, SoFlo, your listeners might go away from your video thinking that this girl had some relationship with this 50-year-old man, this 20-year-old girl. That's not what I was trying to convey. I'm one of the people that think that the most important time to teach is right when something happens, because everybody is in the moment, right? When you try to talk to them like a week later or 2 weeks later or a couple of days later, they're already over it and on to something else. And the impact of your message is not as strong. So without me being as overly emotional as everybody else, I thought it was right to put that message in there. So somebody else who is living, not dead, still living, can actually save themselves from similar situations. That's not me saying she had a relationship like that with the taxi driver. There are people out there that are saying stuff, right? One person said that they work with her and the guy used to bring her, even bring our lunch come. So I'm like, okay, this is not somebody that just dropped you somewhere. but I'm not saying that she had a full-blown like sexual relationship or whatever with him. In me and wifey was talking about this yesterday, so I needed to clarify for some people. Some people get it, but other people, I think they're so emotionally caught up, they want to lash out at somebody, and the easiest person to lash out at is probably somebody like me. I'm on a platform where everybody can say what they want to say in the comment sections, so I accept that. Yeah, and I also give room for grieving and emotional. You know, when people raw emotionally, they say things and they move a certain way that is sometimes out of character. So I'm not going to be insensitive to the thing. But listen, the message is this. You don't, ladies, listen. Females, listen. You ladies, tell some younger female this, please. You don't have to be in a sexual relationship with a man and be taking his things in order for this man to start thinking that, or you don't have to show interest like you want there with him. You could just be taking simple things from him. So when I say don't take nothing from nobody, I mean don't take nothing from no man if you don't intend to give up something, because there ain't no men out here. One guy said, so Flo, I always offer people ride. The same person that wrote me, I always offer people ride, like my neighbor a ride if I'm going somewhere and they're going in that direction. Okay, you do that. And he says he has no intentions of getting anything back from them. He's just being a good neighbor. You are one of the few, sir. Okay, and don't think because you are that way that other men are that way. Majority of the times when a man starts doing things for a woman that is not his mother or his sister, it is usually because he is working his way in. He is trying to get to something, and usually we know what that something is. They might not be as aggressive at first and say, yo, man, they were doing or give me some of that pum pum then or so. They might not come off like that. They might just come off like you need a ride, and every day is you need a ride, you need a ride. And you're thinking, oh, he's so friendly. Almost every single day he takes me to work. No problem. In the ask for no gas money. He don't nothing. You're thinking that. You're thinking that in his mind, he's thinking he's storing up. He's storing up good deeds for a good payback. So in a female mind, it's like, you know, say about 1 year now, me a car, she go work every day now. You think he don't want something back from you in return? You think he don't want something back from you in return? He does. He does. And you can't be that naive. You cannot be that naive. So the way how I attack this issue is this. These men, or these half a man, or these, they're not even worthy to be called men, but they are of the male species. So these half a man, then, them that are doing these things to women, these men are not listening to what we have to say to them. So no matter how much artists come out and make a song and or jump on a video and say, yo, rape a boy for dead, you know, and they're not hearing all that. They are led by their sick thoughts, and they're led by whatever else is going on with them. They don't want to hear nothing what we have to say. So the only other way that we can counteract this or impact what is happening is to wisen up the females. You have to start moving different. You have to start moving. If we're not reaching them, right? But they have this thing like every time I speak is like, I don't know, Soflo, me like you, you know, me watch your video them and everything, but you always blaming the victim. I'm not blaming the victim. I said it was sad what happened to her. My condolences go out to her family. It's a damn sad situation. And if it was my daughter, I'm spending money and I want my kind of justice. And I swear to everything I love that that is what I would do. So some people don't believe in jungle justice, but I do, right? I believe firmly that there's a time to live and there's a time to die. I believe firmly that there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. I believe firmly that there's a time to just chill and relax, and then there's a time to rot and fight. You understand? So I take it a different way. Yeah. somebody that says stop take rides from strangers. That's one way to handle it. But this man in this particular case was no stranger. This is somebody that was known throughout the community, known to the family, known to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody that actually watched her grow pretty much. And they know him from back when till now. So you see what I'm saying? Sick in my mind. Been preying this girl from probably before she was legal age. In his mental space, he was grooming her all along. Now the part about our story now where she ended up at his house. You see, this is what I'm trying to tell you, man. So this brother carry you go work every day, carry you go work every day, and then he got comfortable with you, right? And him know you enjoy the free ride. So one morning, he's planning. Yo, I swear to God, no, me I get some, you know, if I even today. Even if me have to take it. One morning, which is what he did, he picks her up and then he goes, rotted. You know, so I left my wrench. I left my wrench up at the house, you know. You have a 5 minutes for spare, me just speed go up there and grab it real quick and come back and drop you off. And you're like, no man, go on, we can't spare a 5 minutes. That's what you're thinking. See how he suckered her in? Because the detective says that what they have shows them that whatever took place at his house. So of course it leaves people saying, how the hell she reach a film yard and end up in a house? Right? Well, he probably did something to her in the car and then dragged her into the house. That's a possibility. Or did she walk into the house willingly and everybody is not willing to accept that she and this 50-year-old man was that close? Her family came on my comment section yesterday. Her cousin said, stop running off your mouth, stop talking about my cousin, you don't know nothing, and nothing that you say in this video had anything to do with my cousin. Or the message wasn't for your cousin gone. As sad as it is, your cousin dead. So I'm not talking to dead people. I'm trying to save another female from ending up in that situation, because right now there's a female out there that's watching my show, that's seeing, and she is friendly with somebody who has a different thing going on in their mind. And what's going to happen next is some kind of date rape or hold on and take it, because come on, let me drop you up so, and then take a wild turn. Lured her to his house, right? A free ride, do that to know. Come on, let me carry you go. It's kindness. She thought it was, right? Let's leave it at that and say that's what it was. It's kindness that did that, right? Okay. She went along with it. And you see where it got her? You see where it got her? So we can't talk to them man and them man and not listen to us. So you women have to do the next best thing. And the next best thing is wise up yourself. Don't take nothing from no man unless you plan to give something back. That's what me I talk about. Because most man wants something back from you once he starts doing you favors and giving you things. There are good people out there that do favors. I'm driving already and pick up. Oh, another person yesterday said, I watched this whole video and 90% of this video was all about you. I draw from my personal experiences. That's the only way, that's the realest way you can teach. I either draw from my personal experiences or I draw from what I have witnessed throughout my lifetime. I don't really like to tell people stuff like off guessing, because you're not sure. I'm sure about what I've experienced. What I've experienced tells me there's a possibility that that can happen. And no condition is unique to any one human being. So if you've been through it, others have been through it as well. So the message is more relatable. You understand? So this is not about me. No, like I'm going to say, I am one of the people that pick people up sometime and drop them which part they want to go. I just look at it like I'm doing a favor. You know, I don't want nothing from them, but that's me. And if you're one of those trusting kind of females, you might be jumping in a car of somebody that you think is like that, and they're not. They have other plans for you. See? Somebody says, which cryptos you recommend? Who y'all talk? Some people listen to react and not to understand. Exactly, exactly. And also our people are addicted to bad news and drama. When that story broke, there were quite a few people that were up in arms about it. I thought it was just the one guy who was vexed because I posted a family vlog video trying to show a better side of Jamaica, because then everybody else is this killy thing. I mean, how much killing do you want to hear us talk about? And then when I do talk about the killings 6 days a week, I still get the same reaction like, all right, man, come off of Jamaica back now. Y'all going like say killing don't happen everywhere else. So you can't win for losing, and you can't lose for winning. You just can't win. You can't win. People they're addicted to the negativity. Let me get online and find somebody to argue with. And they literally go searching for comments that are opposite what they think, and they attack those people. You know, like again, I don't do that. I don't even tune into material that has no interest to me. So I won't find nobody in the comment section to argue with and send up under them mother. And I don't have that energy to waste. I would rather be doing something else than be sitting here arguing with a total stranger to the point where we are sending words back and forth that are so aggressive that we start talking about under your mother and these things. You know what I'm saying? So give me the benefit of the doubt is what I'm going to say. Now, shout out to the people who listen, who actually listen. Yo, me not too know where so far I'll go with that one here, but let me stick around and hear out the whole argument before I pass my judgment. Nah, shout out to those people. But you know, majority of the people, it's a thing now. It's actually a habit that's been under observation by social experts and scientists, clocking how people actually scroll social media. So they'll get on social media, the average person does, they get on to say, watch a SoFlo TV video. In the meantime, the first thing them says, me make SoFlo talk while I'm going at the comment section. So they're not paying attention. And after a while, you don't really hear what SoFlo was saying. You were hearing bits and pieces because your mind is more occupied with the comments that you are engaged in. So you're watching the video and reading the comment section at the same time. And now you're caught up in an argument with somebody else in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? So most people, this is what they do. So then now hear a thing when me I said anyway. And I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy. I'm always made the enemy. Give me the benefit of the doubt. Nothing that I bring to you comes from a destructive place. I'm not saying that I'm perfect because I'm human. So I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm also not saying that everything I say is gospel. It's factual. It's the only way. Not doing that either. You know, people say, oh, so you brainwash and manipulate people's mind and have them believe in what? How? I speak my mind and people gravitate towards that because they think in a similar vein. And then we have conversations, and even those who don't agree, because enough subscribers say, SoFlo, you know, something like the show and everything, and usually I agree with you, but on this one, I don't agree with nothing you just said. And that's fine. I'm not mad at those people. That's what makes conversations sweet. That's what makes conversations educational. When you can speak to somebody who sees things in a totally different way than you do, you are about to be given a different view of things. Because sometimes we get caught up in how we see things, as some see things. And then when you see somebody else or you speak to somebody else that sees things like this, you get a different view. So just chill out for a minute, hear their angle, and then say, hey, I see where you're coming from still, but you know, so and so. You learn from them learn from you. But like once one person just said, some people just listen to react. They don't listen to let it soak in. Let me really look into what him just said. They don't listen for that. They listen to react, and trigger words set them off. You don't know what their trigger words are. Different people have different trigger words. But nothing I say or bring to you, man, comes from a place of destruction, a place of misleading, a place purposely, a place of misinformation purposely. None of that stuff. I couldn't have been around for this long if that was my intention. Many people have tried. Many people have tried. I've been told by people who are in the industry, we're going to make sure that your channel goes away. We're going to make sure that we tear your channel down and make it go away. I don't want to call that particular person name, but that particular person is somebody that if I say the name right now, everybody knows who it is. See, and that person is an industry insider. They tried. They tried. And when they tried and it didn't work, they tried all kinds of things. And when they tried and it didn't work, they had no choice but to come back. And now they come back and they're like, you know, SoFlo, I joke me that joke with you, you know, the social media thing go already, you drum up like a drama. Babe, yeah, my wife in here, so Babe just entered the chat. She know who I'm talking about. I just like a, you know the social media thing go already, SoFlo. Nobody take nothing too personal, you know. This is about a year or two after they made their statement and actually went and did what they did. I woke up one morning and my WhatsApp was gone. It was taken over. I couldn't get into my WhatsApp. And at the time, my WhatsApp chat room got locked. They took everything. I had to literally change a number that I had for over a decade. They went in there, they put their own message on it. So I apologized to some other vlogger. I forgot who it was. There was a little row discrepancy thing going on. People were making it bigger than what it was between myself and another person. I apologized to this person and I apologized to my wife for leaving her with the kids. And that's what they put on my stuff and left it there. And I couldn't change it, and it's my own account. And all when I call WhatsApp administration, I couldn't get that account back. They did that. They did, what else they did? Oh, talking to me as if they were female and then start sending dick pics. They did that. So I guess they were trying to say, oh, well, if I send him dick pics and he accept them, then we have proofs that SoFlo Batman is into these things. They tried everything, what I tell you, and we're still here. We're still here. We're still here because we're never too big to apologize, and people know that. People know say if I'm wrong, and them link me and them say, yo, SoFlo, that thing that you just did, here is different. Here's the different side to it, and here is the proof. That SoFlo will come back on tomorrow and say, listen, that topic that we did yesterday, I said this. What I said, that's not how it really went. This is how it really went. And the reason I thought it went like that and I gave you that info was because of this. But I got the real info now from here, and you can go see it for yourself, blah, blah, blah. I'm not afraid to do that. Credibility goes a long way. See? So for those of you who are easily swayed, because some of you are easily swayed, some of you are here today, gone tomorrow. Some of you are supporters now until things start to look really good. Then you take by yourself, nah, he's succeeding too much, he might do too good. You know, some of you are out there like that. Some of you, it's easy for others to come say two bad words to you about SoFlo. Next thing you slandering me on some other platform. Then people are sending, yo, SoFlo, you see this? You see what they're saying about you over here on this? I'm like, I get so many of those. I'm like, listen, I don't even pay attention to those anymore. You know, I don't even pay attention to those anymore. I'm genuine in my walk. I'm genuine in my walk. If you see something out there with me, it's not going to be contrary to what I give you here for facts. I live on earth, enough people. I go places a lot. A lot of people see me. Yo, SoFlo, where I go around them party? Ask them what they see when they see me. Ask them if I'm any different or look any different, speak any different, act any different from what you see right here. My conversations are the same. My personality is the same. I might not be as talkative because I'm not on the show. But if you heal me, I heal you back. You show me good vibes, I show you good vibes. Matter of fact, I show everybody good vibes. I don't walk around looking for drama. I love truth and I love directness. So when we are trying to tell the females them some messages from a man's perspective, take it that way. Because this is a man that is, I've been a male my whole life. I was brought up in that culture my whole life. Whether I was outside of Jamaica or not, I was still submerged in Jamaican culture my whole life. So when I'm telling you that things set a certain way, and my girl, so we thinking of. I grew up with Virgin, I'm a Virgin, you know. And I talk to Jamaican men all the time still, my whole life. I have uncles, my father, brother, cousins. So I'm telling you stuff from a real perspective. If you don't want to listen and don't want to tell your daughter this or don't want to take heed for yourself, then when bad things happen that you could have avoided, you can't say me never did that one, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, man. So here we are. Big up on yourself. Like I said, it's Wednesday morning. It's hump day. It is a free-for-all day. Put it in the comment section what you want to talk about this morning, and I will run with it. I'm giving you 10 seconds to put whatever you put in the comment section. Now, listen to this. There's a phone line here, and I always put the number out so people don't call, and then the same people say, you always a talk, give somebody else a chance to talk, like make somebody call in. The number is available. You just never call. The platform is available to you. You just never call. It's like the video that I did where the sister wanted to expose her family members for what her dad and her brothers did to her. And I gave her the platform. And how can I not be sympathetic when a woman is crying and telling that this is her experience? It is not my right to validate in that moment. If a woman come to me and she says, SoFlo, I'm get raping up, I'm not supposed to sit there as a man and talk about where you did that wear. You lead them on. Maybe you did good for that, but then you change your mind. You sure that happened? You know? So when she did her story on SoFlo TV, the story, I sympathized with her and what she was saying. It doesn't mean that I was co-signing everything she was saying as factual. See, her family members, her mom got at me behind the scenes, threatened a lawsuit. She's gonna take the channel down, all kind of something. Her brother got at me behind the scenes. I said to them, just like how the platform was open, the mom actually said, I used to listen to your channel, but now I see who you are. I'm not listening to you anymore. You took side with her and slandered us, or allowed her to slander us, and you never gave us a chance to say our side of the story. Boom, nip it in the bud right away. Would you like to come on the show right away? I said, ma'am, the show is available for everyone. If you want to come on and tell your side of the story, my audience would gladly hear your side of the story, because they were so much into what your daughter said. So this is a perfect opportunity. The stage is set. Call in. Let's organize a time. No, I don't want to go on the show. I don't want to go on your show neither. You know what? Matter of fact. So what can I do? I'm offering the same platform to everybody else. If somebody come on here right now and they pick one of you guys out, and they say, let me grab a random name, Meadow Campbell. If they grab Meadow Campbell up my comment section and say, so Flo, you know, sir, the boy that did this and that and so, or the woman that did this and that and so, you know, say May or Robert Bailey did this and that to me and so. Okay, I might give that person the platform, let everybody hear the story. Now it's in the public, right? Now the stage is set. Come on out and defend yourself. The platform is available to you as well. I can't help it if you choose not to take the platform. Where you don't speak, others will speak for you. See? When you don't vote, others vote for you. So every opportunity, it ain't too many things in life you get to have the upper hand in or have full choice in. So when you have a choice, take the choice, or somebody will choose for you. See? All right. Magnet Force says, good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Sasha's so cool. I am not taking the vaccine because I don't trust it, and I work in healthcare. Right now, y'all see me. I'm shaved up, cut up. I'm ready to go, and I'm very skeptical about what I'm about to step into. So for those of y'all who don't know it, I work more in a geriatric population. I've done peds. I've worked with children from probably about the youngest child I've worked with was 6 months, about a year. I would say a year old to teenage years. So I've worked with children in the field, but the beauty about my field is that you can change up. As long as you get training in each area that you choose, you can change up and I'm tired of working in the geriatric setting with elderly people. It's burning me out. Let me take a break and go do peds and work around some children. Okay, I'm tired of working with children. It's burning me out. Let me take a break and go work in. And you can choose different, my specialty is in geriatrics. I love it because I'm around older people and I get to see end life stages. So most people that I work with, even if they live another 10 years, it'll be their 10 last years, right? And most of them don't live beyond, say, 5 years. So I like being in that environment. It's a way of helping people to maximize their potential as far as helping themselves. Because your dignity is taken away from you when you're no longer able to change positions in bed to avoid your bed sores. You have to wait for somebody to come roll you. And then people are leaving you. You know how the healthcare setting goes, especially in a geriatric long-term care facility environment goes, right? You have to wait for somebody to come help you to the party. If I can help you or show you a way that's different from how you normally do it, because of these new developments that you have health-wise, I can show you a different way and train you in that way so that you can do it without me being around or with little assistance at all. So you no longer need round-the-clock care. It restores some dignity, right? So I enjoy that side. It is in that same population, though, that there's a lot of, if we're talking about this COVID thing, that population is very vulnerable. And working in that field over the years, is a place where, elderly people, them nose are run down in their mouth. Some of them don't even see it. Some of them don't even feel it. A lot of them are on multiple medications. So sometimes they're spaced out. Sometimes their behavior is inappropriate. Sometimes just so many different factors go in too. And they're snotting and they're touching and they're, so getting back in that environment right now, vaccine, is it going to be mandatory for whatever facilities I go to, or are they going to give me a choice and say, wear a mask if you're not taking the vaccine? And if I decide to wear a mask because I want to wait a little bit to see where this vaccine thing goes, am I going to have to deal with staff like, yeah, he's the only one around here that didn't take it? Oh, he's bucking the system. Oh, he's one of them kind. Okay, Let's try to get him out of here and get somebody in here that we're comfortable with that actually will take it. Because all these things are going to happen behind the scenes. You know, if they give me the go ahead and say, hey, you haven't taken it yet, you don't want to take it yet, cool. Wear a mask all day. I am going to be in a building for 8 hours a day. It's bad enough I'm locked inside for 8 hours a day and I'm an outside person. But to be under a mask like this for 8 hours straight, I mean, I do it at the grocery store and I'm like, I can't wait to get out. I am one of those people, I sanitize my hands as I'm leaving the grocery store. Because you know, door automatic is not like you have to hold a door lock. I sanitize the cart when I go in. I sanitize my hands coming out because as soon as I get out, it comes off. And it feels like air, sun, you know, so I have to get ready to 8 hours under this thing for 8 hours and around people that are generally sick or ill in some way. So for me, it's real. For those in the medical field, I understand exactly where you're coming from, what your concerns are. A lot of you have taken the vaccine, more power to you. Stay close to me so I can have somebody to gauge off of. You know, touch base every now and then. Yo, so far, I took my vaccine a month ago. Or it's been 3 months now. I'm doing fine. I don't have anything wrong with me. My own mom took it. My mother took it. And my mom took it, and my mom said to me, if I'm not gonna go get it, and she just did her second one. So you know it comes in 2 parts. She just did her second round, and she's like, "You're not gonna go get it." Well, you know, it's better to get it than to not get it. That's my mom. It's better to get it than to not get it. You know, I don't really buck head too much with my mom. That's Queen Bee. She says what she says. And if I disagree, it's just, mommy, yeah. Me not take it now though. I'll wait. But yeah, man, me here with you, sir. Yeah, mom. All right. And leave it at that. Call mommy. What else I gonna say? My dad and aunt took it. Somebody, Sasha So Cool says my dad and aunt took it as well, and I still refuse. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm watching. Kimmy Cat C says you probably should wear a mask and change it every 2 hours. Thanks for that advice. Change it every 2 hours. If there are that many masks available, I mean, you would have to run with, so in an 8-hour shift inside of a facility, I would go through about 4 masks, right? So 4 masks a day times 5 days a week, that's 20 masks. Robert Bailey says, I wear a mask on the road. All right, let me put this out. Because I'm driving around here in beautiful, sunny Florida, and I see people lock up in their cars. And I've said this before, but I think I need to say it again. That you're locked in your car. You're the only person in the car, and you have a mask on. Or you're locked in the car with somebody that you live with. Y'all don't wear masks in the house, but both of you are riding around in the car, windows up, with the mask on. I don't think that that's beneficial to you. I think you need the mask when you go into public places. You're going into the grocery store. I go to Walmart quite often. Definitely wearing it in Walmart. A lot more places are starting to not comply, by the way. Even places like Walmart and these big stores, they're starting to not comply. I watch them at the front door. They're supposed to be checking for who's wearing a mask, and they're supposed to give you a mask if you don't have a mask, right? What they're doing now is people just walk in boldly, because on the contrary, some people are saying today it's wear a mask. Tomorrow it's take a chip. The next time is all your rights are gone. So we're not complying from step one. So there are people out here that won't wear a mask. They'll go into a crowded grocery store and they walk right past the person who is at the door, the big sign on the door that says no mask, no service. They walk right past that sign. They go into the second door and they walk past the actual person who was supposed to say, you need a mask. Hey, can't be in here. They just look at them and they don't say anything. They let them in. So there are a lot of people now that are non-compliant and they're walking around with no masks. And the longer this thing goes on is the more people are coming out with no masks in public. And they're going into every setting. They're in a restaurant, they're in a grocery store, they're everywhere with no mask. And they don't want to wear a mask. They've never worn a mask. They don't care about wearing a mask. They're not getting sick either. You see? Many things that we say, like I've said before, many times when a human says something, it is said in their face first before their words. So please watch my face sometimes. That's why I'm mad my lighting isn't right in here. Please watch my face sometimes. They've never worn a mask, they're not wearing a mask, and they're not getting sick. So, again, prevention is better than cure. For sure. For sure. For sure. I don't have anything to lose. I'm not a scientist. I don't understand this thing. I don't claim to. Whatever information is given out there is information that's given from somebody else. I can't prove nothing myself 100%. How this thing is spread. Is this thing real? What's the agenda behind this thing? Blah, blah, blah. I am basically regurgitating information is what all of us are doing at some point. So the one thing I have to gamble is my health. It's not going to kill me to go into Walmart with a mask on. It might kill me if I catch something that my body cannot fight off. You understand? I don't wear a mask in my home. And I'm in a good place where I can afford to be away from people all the time. Or almost all the time. Well, now. Until now. Until now. Because now I'm heading back into that. And I honestly don't have to go back. But I love what I do so much. And I'm tired from working from home. I think I'm starting to get on wifey's nerves anyways. Because she's like, man, it was better when you were at work. And I could do my thing. And we meet up at the end of the day. You know, it's rough working from home. I always use universal precautions because some people are nasty. Virtuous woman. Facts. Facts. I don't gown up and I don't go the full 100 for everybody because as a therapist, when you do that, people start looking at you funny. And the next time you go to them, hey, Miss Smith, good morning. You ready for therapy? And she's like, no, I'm not coming. And you know how things go behind the scene, your pressure. Like you have 10 patients today that you have to see. You have to make sure you see all 10, each one for their full session, right? So facilities run off their insurance money and all this other stuff. And this is where you come in with your documentation. You can get paid. You put those hours in, but you have to coax them into. And sometimes they need a little motivation. You know, working with the elderly population, there are a lot of things going on. Like you get elderly, you get depressed. You get depressed because your body ain't working the same anymore. Majority of elderly people face some level of depression. So it's not every day I go to somebody's room. Hey, Mr. Smith, how you doing this morning? This is somebody I left fine yesterday. We played games. We did the whole session. And today is no. A stiff no. You all right? What's wrong? Can I help you with anything? Oh, here's your wife is infringing on my space, my motherhood. Go on back, sanitize in the garage. She love me? Sagano. Infringing, me have to read that again. Infringing on my space. My motherhood. Go on back. You love me? Sanitize in the garage. That's Christ. Why? Rough out your fear, man, you know. Especially when you're trying to be a good man. My God. Me I go on back, babe. Me I go on back. So that's the plan. The plan is to never bring the clothes that I wear and the shoes that I wear at work. So I'm gonna be dropping my scrubs in the garage as soon as I come home. And the laundry room is in the garage as well. So that makes it even more convenient. I'm gonna be dropping my scrubs right there. Everything goes straight into laundry. Yeah, with some pine sol and everything there in there, and wash all my stuff and these things. I'm gonna be taking my measures, but show me out of the house, people. Anybody else experiencing that under this whole COVID lockdown thing? You decided you were working from home, and then you realized it was much more fun when I worked outside the house, kind of thing, or just me? It's just me. It was fun when it first happened, right? When the first couple of months was, yeah, you're home, and it was nice to wake up in bed and roll over and she's there, and then see her all day, and I could go to one side of the house and do my thing. I'm working, and then teeth like a piece, and I middle of the day, stop what I'm doing and go to the gym. Because I did this before COVID started. Stop what I'm doing, go do an hour at the gym, come back, rev it up, jump on wifey, them kind of stuff that they get back to work. And then all that was like, okay, you're like, could you move now, please? Okay. All right. I'm like, geez, I was just saying, you know, like, them get snappy. Them get snappy. You're like, you all right? You sure? Damn, I didn't even say nothing that could make you get. Me go verso. Me go verso. Jeez. Stop the fear of man. Fear God, people, serve Jesus Christ. All right. To each his own. To each his own. You and brains are hilarious. Kimwood, you have no clue. Oh, did y'all see the video yesterday with maybe a lot of you don't know who this is, but most of us do know who. Quavo and from the Migos. The Migos is the rap group. Everybody knows who Cardi B is, whether you listen to her music or not. So the Migos is the rap group that Quavo belongs to, and along with Cardi B's husband Offset, and Quavo and his girl Saweetie have been, you know, like couples goals. Oh, Quavo bought Saweetie a new, what was a Lamborghini SUV for her birthday. Your girl over there look for you like, Mr. Me hate them people that sometimes say, your girl over there look for you like, you bring me Sosa card in a Lamborghini truck. That's just for her birthday. You know, he took her on this vacation here, and they do that, and they show out and they show up, and it's a strong young black couple, and like from one day literally to the next. There was no period of them not being on social media, then them stop following each other, and then bad video come out and nothing like that, or rumors of a breakup. Nothing like that. It was right from and everybody is like, couples go, whoa, hold up, couples. Damn. Y'all seen the video? When they were in the elevator? It's like a remix, Babe says a remix of Solange and Jay-Z in the elevator. If y'all don't know it, Jay-Z was attacked. Jay-Z is Beyonce's husband, right? If you don't know who Beyonce or Jay-Z is, come off at you're just really under a rock. You're not gonna get any of this. But Jay-Z was attacked by Beyonce's sister, and it was sad. It was because of Becky with the good hair, right? And basically, her sister is like, you know who my sister is, Jay? Why are you trying to do her like this in public? Why are you trying to do it like? And Jay-Z was very conscious of, there are cameras in here. So, you know, I've never gave her the 2-piece with the biscuit or nothing. He just took it Wap, wap, bop, bye, bop, bop. You know, and take all of it because he's on camera, right? Well, same situation happened with Quavo, except for they weren't beating each other. So I don't know why people are all black men this and like people go after us for any little thing. It was a toxic relationship, obviously. So these people that you're a couple goals in about, these people that you're a couple goals in about, are real cat and dog fight going behind the scenes. Some of these people fight all the way up till it's time to record the video. They will literally be boxing it out up until it's time to record the video. And okay, stop, stop, stop. Come back. And caption it. Best times of my life, blah, blah, blah. Get you someone like this. If he can't do this for you, send him back to the streets. Emoji, 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 fire emoji, smiley face, heart, 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 guns up. Back to. Why are you doing me like that? Why you do? That's their real life. And you over here, you over here talking about couples goals. Oh man, I want a man that love me like how Quavo loves Sweetie. Man over here talk about, gal over here talk about, I want my Quavo. Why you can't be more like Quavo? You see how he treats Sweetie? And then videos like those break. Drag her around, wheel her so, fling her over there. He did. The man was trying to take away a bag. That is what was seen in the video. But people are taking it to the extreme. Was he beating her? He was beating her. He wasn't beating her. She was holding on to something that he was holding on to as well. That's what I saw. Okay? And she followed the thing. But when he put it in the elevator and she went with it in the elevator, he went in the elevator as well. But then you could see how Quavo looked up at the camera like, oh, okay, act good, act good. You're on camera, act good. But I don't think he was beating her because these guys don't stay in places, regular places. They stay in places that are cameraed up. So I'm sure there are cameras in the hallways outside of the elevator for these high-profile, multi-millionaire people, right? Too much internet and too much social media. Same thing on here in Jamaica. When will gangster songs be stopping? So we're all over the place this morning because this is not a planned morning. It is hump day and I just want to let loose with you. So you're free to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like I said, keep putting it on the screen. I swear I won't give that more than 2 minutes. When is gangster? Maybe I might. I don't know. Just stop me with another topic, please. When is gangster music? When will gangster songs be stopping? Soon as they stop importing foreign movies, soon as they restrict the internet to only church material and the daily news and comedy shows, soon as they, come on, we live in a world now where the youngest child nowadays with a cell phone is probably what, in the age group of 11, 12, them age there. And most of them have full range access to the internet. So they don't have to wait on Jamaica gangster movies to see. And matter of fact, Jamaican gangster songs, as you call them, gun song, badman song, whatever you want to call it, the Americans one up us because they not only do the lyrics, slap those hood, put a nigga brain on the pavement, that kind of stuff. And then they not only do that, they give you the visuals with it. You see them in the videos, guns up, you know what I mean? 20 guys with guns in a video. Bah, 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 bah. Everybody no shirt on, pants sagging all the way down to their knees kind of thing. Bah, bah, bah. Guns up. Like they talk about it all the time. So if we ban our stuff, what about the stuff that's coming in from overseas? I watch Hollywood movies and I see blood on screen. I see brain jump out a head on screen in some of these Hollywood action movies. So you're going to stop what you call gangster dancehall, but my child can still watch a Hollywood movie that is imported via the internet or whatever TV network they have, but he can watch brains jump out ahead and gunshots split a man forward and these kind of things, because and it's okay because it wasn't made by Jamaicans. Where's the logic in that? Where's the logic in that? You have youths right now, right? Never bust a gun from him born. You see the couple gun songs when he sing? He was able to purchase a house. You have a lot of grown people right now who've been working forever and still haven't purchased a house and a piece of land, put a house on it. And these young youth, they're in their early 20s, most of them. Some of them bata through it until they hit their 30s or whatever, but they're good in their 40s. And then you have the legends. They've been able to not depend on the system and others to feed them and beg people for anything. Matter of fact, they've been able to help others. You see people like our Bounty Killer. Look at the Bounty Killer. Do you know how many people Bounty Killer helped, man? And if you listen to the song with Bounty Killer and Massacre, because I just come back from Jamaica, so I get the mixtape them when I go. So if you listen to the song with Bounty Killer and Massacre, and then you look at what Bounty is doing and what he stands for when he speaks. So you can't just kill these people bread and butter. There is a demand for it. Just like it's not even in Jamaica alone. There's a demand for it globally now. The artists them can sell their music globally now without depending on some local record label gatekeeper to handpick who they'll let in and who won't. So the youth them can sell their music now. But you can't blame dancehall music and then cut out dancehall, that kind of dancehall music, and then leave us all this foreign. I'm trying to find a word to say it. All this derogatory material from foreign agents. So it's okay for others to frig us up, but it's not okay for us to frig up ourselves. I mean, I understand that. There's good in it. There's a demand for it, just like there's a demand for action movies. And yes, we understand that these action movies are just acting, just as the same way some of us understand that these songs are just that kind of song. It's an entertainment thing. So we lend the same courtesy to our own. Don't tear down our own and then accept bad. The same things you would dismiss your own for, but we have a history of doing that. We have a history of forgiving others when we won't forgive our own. We have a history of taking doo-doo from others and smearing it on and telling ourselves that it's some good makeup and it makes you look good in the lighting when we won't accept that stuff from our own. You know what I'm saying? We have a history where our females in our entertainment industry are ridiculed to the point of disgrace and shame. But we're the same ones that consume the Cardi B's and the Megan Thee Stallion, and you're over here, yeah, that's my son, that's my son. Okay, somebody will call me and stop. But then if Spice or Dovey Magnum or Shensi or any one of them, Pampute or D'Angel, do anything close to that, oh, Warren girl, look what she got take up, eh? Is a disgrace, is a shame. Come on, we need to stop that too. We need to stop that too. Yeah? In my book, man, if you get into your money, I don't knock you. If you're not hurting other people in the process, I'm definitely not knocking you. It may not be my taste of what you're doing, but one thing I'm for sure is you and I both know, so you can't call me and talk about Soft Flow. you know, say, my mortgage due the month, yeah. See? 1,300 US, 900 US, 800 US. Because in Jamaica, that's how they talk to you now, in US most of the time. So, you pay it for me this month now. Because you said me did for stop the pum pum song them. I'm going to stop, me cut it out. And next thing, I can't get a booking for save my life. The people not gravitating towards the good material I'm putting out about stronger we are and let's band together as sisters. Them not feeling it. Every time I say the pum pum song, them say, "Hooray! Sales gone up. Mortgage paid 3-4 months in advance. School picnic, school fee paid 6 months in advance." Every time I say pum pum something. So you have to understand, it's a supply and demand thing. And I'm not knocking bread out of none of my people's hands or their mouth. Feed your family. That's how I say. If me don't like it, I just don't look. If I listen to it and it's distasteful, I just don't listen no more. But I'm not going to lead any campaign to dash with that and stop, and it's disgraceful. That's hypocritical. It is hypocritical, and we're destroying our own while rejoicing at others doing the same thing that we destroyed our own for. Guyanese Doll says all over the Caribbean they talk in US dollars. Housing crazy. Yes, when I was in Jamaica and when we reached the resort place, hotel. I hate saying resort because the place that we stayed, it wasn't really a resort. It was more like, I don't know if I describe it, but it wasn't really a resort. Resort to me is like sandals, and this place was just like, I can't explain what it was to me. But anyhow, when we got there, I remember asking for, because we went out, we had tried to beat curfew for come back. We was doing all that. You know, to get off on the road. It told you we should have left earlier. Yeah, we tried to get back, right? It was fun too. But we went out and we came back and all we had was meat. You know, big up to Auntie Cutie. We go check Auntie Cutie them, you know, we get the fried chicken, the fricassee chicken, and the boom sauce and them thing there. And then we brought it back and we couldn't wait for the rice and peas to done. So we never have nothing to eat it with. So when we got back now and we're locked in, the big gate closed in the place where we were at. I said, let's go look. May I look up front and see if, because they have a kitchen there. Let's see if we can get some rice and peas and some steamed vegetables and something. I'm not complaining about price because I understand that they're going through it just like everybody else. Big, beautiful place and very few people are there. It makes me look at my brothers and sisters that work there and wonder, how are they feeding their families and how are they getting by? I'm not just go there and all soak up and enjoy. You know, I'm always conscious of how my brothers and my sisters are getting by, how they're doing. So I'm going to go check out the kitchen and thing and get my rice and peas and something. When my boy say something to something, I won't say the amount, US dollars. I looked at him like, brother, me and you talk just like this. You know, say that's where I come from. So me don't know why him quote US dollars to me. That time my pocket full of Jamaican dollars because I'm in Jamaica. So I said, okay, how much is that in Jamaican? And then he told me the Jamaican amount. Keep hitting this thing. Told me the Jamaican amount and I paid it in Jamaican. But that's how they talk. It's, yes, you are right, Guyanese dog. Them talking straight US dollars. Now, you got to wonder, if they're talking in US dollars in Jamaica, is Jamaica really in control of Jamaica still? Think about that. So if I'm in the UK, if I'm in London, and I go to any establishment, I'm sure they want their money in pounds, right? They're not gonna say, pay me in Jamaican dollars, or they're not gonna say 75 US. They're not gonna say They're gonna ask for their pounds, not true? So how come when I'm in Jamaica, they're asking me for US dollars to pay for stuff in US dollars? Something in a something. You know, say that. They want the sterling. Oh my God. Yes, white USA. Okay, so let me explain something to you guys. When I do a video that has to do with any killing or anybody's life being taken or anything, YouTube is not up for those videos as far as monetizing that video, because this is my time, okay? This is my time, and all of us time is valuable. So if I start to talk about certain things, I already know that's 1 hour that I will just, it'll be a video on YouTube, but it won't do anything to benefit my pockets. It won't do anything to benefit my platform. It's just for the audience. So if I start to talk about what happened yesterday in Miami, I know that this video is going to be lost. They won't accept it. Somebody asked just now, White USA says, SoFlo, you see the man, okay, so I'm guessing he's saying the man that took the 12-year-old boy in Miami. Did y'all see that story? Did y'all see that story? America doesn't even own us. China owns us. So if China owns us, why are we paying for stuff in US dollars? Why shouldn't we be paying for stuff in the yen? Rude boy Carl says, them soon start asking for the yen. Yeah, wait. Oh man, listen. I don't want to go into details, but I want you to go look it up. Or maybe I will go into details. Okay, so a man. And again, I'm going to talk about myself because this was an experience, because I was raised in Miami, and it did happen to me when I was about that same age. So sometimes we look at our children, right? And you think, oh, I'm a big boy now, because you have a 12-year-old that's pushing up on 6 feet tall, which is pretty much how I was. I wasn't up on 6 feet tall. I think when I hit 13, 14, I was like 5'11" already at that age. I remember one summer we came back from summer and I was way taller than my sister. And me and my sister are usually the same height. So sometimes we treat our boys as if these things can't happen to them. We're more concerned about our girls. When we hear rape, we think girls or women and men doing it to them. And that's the flat line right there, right? I might get used to that something there. And that's the flat line right there. We don't think our boys, especially not out in the streets, being approached, grabbed, taken advantage of, that kind of stuff. We don't think our boys. But I'm telling you right now that it happens way more often than you would think. Yeah? So the story yesterday with the little boy in Miami, or the 12-year-old, you say even the flag behind the come from check. You know what I check? Finally. It probably does. It probably does. But yeah, the situation that happened yesterday with the little boy in Miami, and then the man shoot the little boy in the face after poor little youth riding bicycle to some store and collapsed in the front of the store. But he did all that to the little boy and then some. Just grab him, pull up, grab the youth, throw him in a vehicle. And you know, if it happened in Jamaica, I would be talking about it. So I don't want to be a hypocrite and be like, oh, I'm act like I don't see it, because I talk about it everywhere if it relates. And this morning is free for all, and White USA just brought it up to my memory. So yes, be careful of your children, man. Be careful of your children. When I was growing up in Miami, that same thing almost happened to me. The man pull up, right? Now, you have to understand the difference, though, is how I was raised. Because we grow rough. we weren't raised like, you know, sometimes I can see some youth how they're soft and soft spoken, and you know, people can like befriend them and draw them well, and then not me. Me know me a country boy we fling big stone and cuss out and send you up under your, so you can't approach me like that anyways. Yeah, a whole different person will come out. See? And that's just how it was. I was raised to respect the elders. I was raised to behave myself. Don't use profanity when speaking because it's not necessary. And you know, live in a godly manner. But I was also raised with that killer instinct. The army didn't give me that. The army might have sharpened that, but it didn't give me that. I had that from I was growing up in a Clarendon, Jamaica, Dessa. So that is what saved me. Because I remember one time, the man that followed me down the street, people, I'm 12, and I'm walking home from school in Miami. And you know, you walk with your group of friends and everybody peel off, peel off. I don't know where my sister was, because our life was tumultuous at some point. And I guess it's one of them times where she was somewhere else. A long story, I'm not going to get into that this morning, but I ended up being by myself now, and I got a couple of blocks to go before I get to my house. Right down there, so at 163rd Street Mall, like a couple of blocks down from the mall. So I cut cross now for go to where I live, where I was living at the time. And this car pull up with two men in it. Now, from I was younger, and especially back when I was 12, you know, so Jamaicans have a different thing. Back then, even more than now. Now, anything goes. You dress any way you want to dress. People don't assume automatically. Me, from car, pull up on my foot and slow down. I'm pre in everything. See? Me already look and see man look like woman in there. So I'm like, this ain't good for me. And then I talk about, hey, hey. And I'm not answering. I'm walking faster and faster. Hey. Then them start calling me like, girl. Psst. You see from me here, tire bus. Psst. This dude swing the car around, try to block me. One joke, cut. And I was running track and field. And I'm cutting and I'm running through. Cause me I trying to run straight enough. So they can like follow me down the street. These are things you need to teach your kid. Like even if you get to the point where you have to run, don't just run straight like down. You know, in the movies where white people are different, they're like, is that Jason? He's back. He has the things. Is that Freddy Krueger? And them like want to go closer to, or they run in one straight line down a big open hallway. Them not try no door, if you're going on no door, jump out on no window. No, not me. I'm running and I'm cutting and I'm going behind cars and I'm cutting and I'm going and I'm zigzagging. I try to reach one door, but I'm staying on my path. And I ran my behind all the way home. But man pull up on my foot already. And it looked like they would have dragged me in that car. And I was by myself. And I wasn't that small. So that stuff that happened to that youth there yesterday, a long time them thing there happened. And believe me, it happened way more often than we think it does. It's a shameful thing for guys to talk about if they've been violated in that way. So usually what you'll find is a lot of these young people that have been violated in that way, young men, they don't speak on it. They just deal with it in other ways. And usually when them deal with it in other ways, what comes out? Violence, violent tendencies, because they're hurting inside. You know? They're hurting inside, and it translates over into interrupting every other aspect of their lives. Just the same way as when a female goes through these types of traumatic experiences. I would even go as far as to say probably even worse for a male, because culturally and also atomically or anatomy-wise, you don't know, say, you don't have that part there where if you put nothing in that some man does hold it and do that kind of way there, and then you're going away confused as a youth. You probably think, what about me that made them do me like that? You know? And you can't ask a kid to fight off some grown men with grown man strength. That man that did that to the youth yesterday, I'm gonna go read up on the story and do a whole full video on it. But him look like a prisoner. Him look like a long-term prisoner. He looked like somebody that was in prison lifting heavy weights for a long time. Probably institutionalized to the fullest. So you gotta be careful with your kids out here. All right? Run the opposite direction of the vehicle. Now, listen, may I do some things I'm sure that vehicle that can't follow. And thank God for athletic abilities. Because if I couldn't run, I don't know what would have happened to me. But I ran. I ran. Now, when I got home, I told my mom, and we made a report, and I described the car. I remember the car to this day. It was an Acura. I don't know what year Acura, but the make of the car was an Acura. Now, looking back, of course, it's an older model Acura, but back then it was a newer Acura, and it was gold with clear windows, and all the windows were down. To this day, I still remember it. To this day, I still remember how the man looked that was driving that vehicle. I'm sure him not look so no more. But I still remember how that man looked that was driving that vehicle. And from me here, hey, what's up? What's up? In my mind already click. Me a Jamaican. I might have came here young, but that's already instilled in me. First of all, man not talk to man, so. I'm not a girl, so why you are, hey, what's up? In that tone. So your kids have to be sharp as to what's going on out there. That's why I don't shelter my kids so much like that. As far as knowledge goes, me tell them everything. I encourage you to do the same. You might not have children, you might have nieces and nephews, you know, or you might work around some children, or you might have a close friend that has children that you take as your own. But some way, all of us can be beneficial to the children. But from here, they kind of greet, and you pull up on my foot, me gone. When I wasn't responding, them go to, psst. No, what I thought first was confirmed. You definitely don't call no next man by saying, psst. And you're grown-ass men in a car, psst, after a little boy, I'm out of here. They swung that car around, try to block me. I hit that jump, and boom, the next wave, gone. Be careful out there, man. My heart goes out to that youth. That youth there, he's going to need a whole lot of help. Lucky for him, he's not in a third world country where help is limited. You can't imagine how many youths go through this in the Caribbean. Especially places like Jamaica where surveillance is so limited. Them man know what kind of road for drug people off, I know. They know where police not really coming at them area and these kind of things. So imagine that happened to a lot of youths. Them youths are not getting no help. Them youths probably ain't even complaining to nobody because them shame. But farm force you now? I don't know what that means. Bago Gal says, who's a bartender? All of you that show had me cracking and squealing same time. Brains and SoFlo, thanks for the link. I love it. Told other folks and they hooked too. You know, with bartender, I really feel like we really don't support our own. Bartender for me is so well put together, especially if you come from the era where, remember pantomime? Oh, everybody are going like them don't know now. Everybody is 2020 now. When I remember pantomime, when y'all know what pantomime is, it's like our shows put together in live performance type thing. So me come from that era there, pantomime. Bartender is put together somewhat in that vein. Orville Expressions is a damn genius at the least. At the least. And I love what he is doing, not just for himself, but for so many others around him. It's huge what he just did. Huge. And every time I look at the channel and I see the subscribers number, I'm like, this is one channel for sure that should have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So when I tell people like, go check the thing out, man, go check it out, support it. It's a movement. It's this brother, what he's doing. You have to understand enough. Them man here take the genius of it to see how my people can take like little things and make you look like you not trying. Because you know, all his early series of Bartender, they were all filmed from a phone. A phone, you know? And get our team, and shout out to his team for believing in that dream and making it work. Baby, I went to pantomime one time. None of them people here don't know what pantomime is, or they're acting. I country something. I must country something because them act like them no member, or them don't know what pantomime is.
Yeah, with one time.
You should
and
also.
Sometimes people don't have no money to go because it's expensive as hell.
That's what you're doing?
Yes.
The baby don't sleep?
Yeah, you're sleeping stuff.
Corner shop, sideshow. She ain't here in panties. She cracked the door with her panties on. But yeah, big up the corner shop, big up my lane, big up my block. Shout out to Dog Bed. Bartender, man, you gotta see it. And if you see it, I guarantee you, for those of us living overseas, it's important for you to stay close to your culture. That's why a lot of y'all be feeling so out of touch. Because you live in foreign lands, and yes, you have to assimilate to some degree, but you like cut off all your stuff. So when people are talking about things, or when we're talking a certain way, you don't understand what's going on. And then when they ask you, when last you been back to Jamaica, you're like, yeah, last time we go back was like 12 years ago, you know, and some say 15 years ago. Some people ain't been back as long as I've been on the face of the earth. And I'm like, whoa, you don't even know what Jamaica is anymore. Because it's constantly changing like the rest of the world. You know? It's constantly changing like the rest of the world. So you have to get in there and get into your culture. When I send you to these places, it's not only to support our people, our brothers and sisters that are doing great things. Nothing negative. Bartender is so interesting to me that literally, I'm like, babe, them drop the next one yet? Them drop, no, it's Sunday, come out. Okay. Sunday not come yet. Like, you want the next one. Browning, shopping, five tick like mud. Where next one name? So Flo, check out Richard Brown Films. They're doing great things also. You know what, Michelle Williams, I think I actually watched a Richard Brown film and ended up watching like back to back about 3 of them. So I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Bubbles. And the other one, because now I'm going to get Corner Shop, because he did a spin-off. Corner Shop is more like on the teaching side. Corner Shop, let me plug this phone out. Corner Shop is more like on the teaching side, but it's something that take place in the corner shop. See, I forgot Goody, Bubbles, Carlton. Yo, Carlton is something else. But Carlton not dead. No, Carlton not dead. You see, yo, when the Carlton not dead, yo, the series are dead. Good, me I tell you again. Carlton is not dead. Remember what happened now? Somebody are nursing back right now. They think he's dead, but things about to get, you know what I say? Dog bed. May I tell you, Richard Brown is on fire too. Who's that? Kelly one is co-signing saying Richard Brown is on fire. You know what? When people do that, I don't want to come off of this thing and be a hypocrite and say, yeah, man, I check out Richard Brown. And then when I get up, I go work with my children or forget about this. So I'm going to type in Richard Brown right now so I can watch it when we get off. Richard Brown Films. All right. So I'm on it right now. Yep, it was him. It was them. It was them. I watched a series where for Richard Brown, the Ross, The Ross is a bad Ross. The Ross broke hand and foot. If you don't pay, me broke your foot. 1 foot first. If me come back and you don't pay, me broke the hand then. If me have to come back a third time, you know I get broke. These kind of things. So I watched that series, yeah, bad, for sure. As a matter of fact, while I'm here, I'll hit that subscribe button. See, I just subscribed, and this is how I want us to be. When you send me somewhere, go hit that I'll go and I'll hit that subscribe button and I'll look at it, and you do the same thing. I'm on it right now. See that? No lie, and I just hit the subscribe button. See? So do that. Do that kind of support. Because trust me, it goes a long, long way. It goes a long way. Some things I can't really express or explain out to you here because of legalities and all these other things. But just know, sir, it goes a long way. See? Matter of fact, I'm going to go watch some of that. But yeah. Me like him series them, and it's well put together, well structured. It's like I'm watching a movie, you know what I'm saying? It's well structured, and it's within our Caribbean thing, so you can so relate. Yes, Bagagal, just search Richard Brown Films in YouTube, and you'll see it. And for Orville, them it's Expressions JA. Wicked. But Bartender is definitely my favorite. It has me hooked, and me just can't wait for the next one drop. Sometimes I'm like cussing Orville. I'm like, come on, Orville, man, you can't do that. Like, leave something else. Or we done watching, and I'm like, yeah, more come. So go to the next one. And she's like, no, that's it. Until next week. Oh, you know, it's that good. It is that good. And I don't waste my time because I'm not a TV watcher kind of person. I have so much going on and so much to do on a daily. When you see me actually sit down and something grab my attention to where I'm like, oh, man, I have to catch up on this. All right, let's go back. That's how it was when I discovered Bartender. Caught a series, caught an episode, and I was like, yo, no, I forgot to find the beginning. And I realized I was like in season 2, episode 2. I'm like, all the way back. It didn't take us no time. Me and her started binge watching this thing, and we made it a daily thing. Like, after you done do this and that, sit right here, put the food and a little drinks, and we're in. And that was our thing until we got caught up, and we would binge watch it all the way through till we got caught up because it's that good. So again, shout out to the genius Orville Expressions. If y'all don't know also, Orville is who they call, I call him the dancing grandmaster. I don't know if you ever seen this brother dance and bring you through history of our dance. Him can go from way back and bring it all the way up to modern time. And they own a dance studio. And they own a hostel. And you can get your food there and all these other things. So it's more than one thing to it that I find very impressive, to see a community of brothers and sisters work together like that, you know, in a place where so much negativity comes out of. Remember, I know we always tell them, say, okay, the government ain't creating jobs, you can create something. We live in a different time. Go ahead. So when they do it, when our people do it, you have to support them. You have to support them. So it's Hump Day. And geez, we're an hour and 28 minutes in. I want to pass that. I thought I'm looking for the hour to come up. Well, you couldn't tell me. Beverly German says, I love Bartender. You got me hooked. I can't wait. Beverly, Carlton not dead enough. Carlton is not dead. Okay? It's about to hit the fan right now. I think Bubbles retired. She's no longer in law enforcement. And they did see when they found out that Bubbles actually was on the force. Carlton is not dead. So this is Carlton, a wicked man enough. So this about to go. And the thing I love about bartender as well is it's friendly to my children's ears. That part is very important to me. Both bartender and corner shop. I'm not hearing no bag of derogatory terms, cuss words, and you know, it's not degrading. I'm gonna go watch it, man. All right, we're gonna leave it right there for today. Bartender is the boom. Orville is a genius. Blessing Johnson, yes, indeed, he is. Before bartender, though, I was onto Orville stuff already because of dancing and who he is as far as dancing goes. And probably not even remember me. I see him at the airport one time and hail him up, and he hailed me back. And he's a very humble person in real life, as far as I can tell in passing. But you know, one of those down-to-earth, article, rootical kind of people, that's Orville. Well steeped in his culture. A walking billboard. An ambassador to our culture. That's what he is. So, we're going to leave this one right here, and I hope that y'all do go, and just like I did just now, and subscribe to this channel, and they also have a cast. Richard Brown Films, or you can just type in Richard Brown because it doesn't say films. It actually says Richard Brown. So just type in Richard Brown and then you will see Blind by Love 2. I forgot to see that. Official upcoming Jamaican movie, Richard Brown Films, BTS. Where is Honey? Full Jamaican movie. Listen up. Oh no, I miss out. I'm sharing with you because I want you to be in the know. So when I come on, I start talk about, yo, you know, say, Carlton not dead. And you know, say, I went him to pull the trigger. But him chat too much because he wasn't supposed to tell nobody, but him tell Browning. But you know, Browning already, like, me not talk no more to him. Go and go watch the things. I'll see y'all later. Yes, Bubbles will. Have a great day, everyone. Manners and respect to you. Thank you for coming out. And tomorrow morning, happy hump day. Happy hump day. Don't let anybody steal your joy today. Find a reason to continue to smile throughout the day. All right? Lift your spirit. Lift your energy up. Is the one life the whole of we get to live. And the one life you're not going to escape it alive. All right? So live it to the fullest. With love. Blessings. All right? Well, I feel now, talk, sir. Garrett Tom, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Michelle Williams, stay blessed, everyone. See you tomorrow for another Morning Thoughts. One love. And I hope I get the lighting better tomorrow. It was kind of dark today for me. But big up on yourself. I'm blessed up here. I'm out. Peace.